you have to think about the automotive investment equation, which most of us don't think about. I never thought about it when I was a salesman because I didn't understand it. The automotive investment equation is this. No matter what I pay you for a car or a truck today, I'm not going to know what my total investment is in that vehicle until I get rid of it. True or false? True. Okay? Because the automotive investment equation is what I pay you today, what it costs me to own, and what I get for it when I trade or sell it, minus what I get for it or trade or sell it. That gives me my total investment. In this particular case, the payment's $1,046. Yeah, it's actually for two vehicles, as we talked about earlier. But once I get done paying for it, there still is value. What if she'd have said $10,000? Tell me $10,000. Maybe this would be worth $10,000. $10,000. Divide $10,000 by 60.
166.
So now we take 1,046 and we subtract 166, and that is 8. That's 900. Now it's $880. Still significantly lower than the 1,046. What's easier to say yes to, $880 or 1,046? Yeah, but what are they going to have to write a check for every month? 1,046. Okay. Does this make sense, or is it complete bullshit?
It makes sense.
It's a completely different way at framing the monthly payment. Who here's got a car payment? What's your car payment?
$525.
How much does your car cost?
$30,000.
How long did you finance it for?
72 months.
Okay. What will your vehicle? How long have you had it?
6 months.
Okay, so in 5.5 years, what do you think it'll be worth?
Probably like, in 5 years? Probably like 25.
I love your attitude, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit lower. Let's say what? 10,000?
12.
Say 10,000. Divide 10,000 by. You financed for 5.5 years?
Yes.
Divide 10,000 by 66.
151.
So your net car payment is $374 a month. That's what it's costing you to drive the vehicle. Does that sound better than $525?
Yes.
Do you feel better?
I honestly think about it that way.
You do?
I started.
Good for you. Okay. I got complete silence around the room. How many of you have a question about this? Yes, sir.
What if they're, they've been through the process of getting cars for 10, 15 years, and they always keep their car for 2 years, and then just trade it in, and they always have positive equity and all that kind of stuff. Like those customers.
If they're trading the car every 2 years, they're not having positive equity. Okay, unless they're putting down a ton of money.
Right.
Then the payment shouldn't be a real issue for them. Okay? I get that from time to time. Well, I'm not going to keep it 6 years, Steve. I'm going to keep it 3 years. Well, the math changes just slightly, but it still works. It's harder, make no mistake about that, but it still works. All I'm trying to do is reframe the payment in an effort to make it easier for the customer to say yes. I used to call this the net payment close, now I call it the cash value close. Does anybody in here have a whole life policy, life insurance policy? Anybody? Terrell, you do? Okay. Terrell, every time you make a premium payment, are you building cash value in your policy?
Yes.
Okay. Listen to this. Every time Terrell makes a payment, he's building cash value in his policy. I've got term. When I make a payment, I'm not building any cash value, am I, Terrell?
No.
My policy is no good until I'm dead. But with Terrell's policy, because he's building cash value, he can cash it in before he dies for a pretty penny. He can borrow against it. A vehicle, new or used, truck, SUV, car, every time the customer makes a payment, they are building cash value in that vehicle. This just illustrates how the cash flows.